Hi everybody, thank you very much for taking my lecture. In this lecture what we're going to talk about are some more technical features of Prezi. So the first feature I'm going to talk about is how to sign up to Prezi. Might be pretty basic in your head, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. What I will do is I'm going to show you how to actually go about doing it. I'm going to talk about the different license plans available. So at the moment what we have is we've got 3 different license types available. We've got public, we've got enjoy, we've got pro. So what I will do is I will talk about the 3 of them in a lot of detail, show you what's the differences between them, pricing, features and so on. Then what I will show you how to do is log in to Prezi. So again, you might think it's quite a basic feature. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I will show you how to do that. So the objectives pretty much are as follows. We're going to talk about the key differences between the various license types, which I just mentioned. We'll talk a little bit about the premium versus the premium model. So one of the things that Prezi offer at the moment is a premium and a freemium model. So one of the license types that I spoke about, which is called public, is a freemium. So more or less what happens is you don't get all of the features that you want, unfortunately. The 3 different types of plans we spoke about, what I will do is I'm going to show you how you can actually choose the one that works for you. And of course then, with these different accounts, pretty much like anything else we've got on the web, there is going to be a trial period. How long is the trial period? How can you cancel from it? What's the billing going to be like? We'll cover all that in the lecture. Another thing might be educational licensing. So if you want to sign up to an educational license, how do you go about doing it? Are there restrictions? How can I do it? Let's talk about that. When you're creating a Prezi, what you can do is you can create the Prezi online, or depending on the type of license you've got, you can actually create it using Prezi Desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about Prezi Online Editor versus Prezi Desktop Editor, and we're going to look at some of the pros and the cons. As you can imagine, the good thing about Prezi Desktop is that you do not have to be connected to the internet at the time. And finally, as I just mentioned, we're going to look at logging into Prezi. How do you go about doing it? Can you log in with your Facebook account? Can you log in with an account you've created yourself? Can you log in without an account? So hopefully what I'll do is I'll clarify all of that for you. Okay, so let's take a look at the different license types that are available with Prezi. So, as I mentioned with Prezi, we've got a few different types of licenses that are currently available. If I want to find out what is currently available to me, what I can do is I can click on the sign up option up here at the top right, next to login. So if I've got an account already and I wish to log in, or if I have got a Facebook account, what I can do is I can select my login option. But I'm not going to do that right now. What I am going to do is I'm going to select the sign up option. And when I select the sign up option, what I see is I'm given information about the 3 different types of licenses that are currently available for Prezi. So we spoke a little bit about premium versus premium earlier on. So freemium means essentially that you get most of the features that the software has got to offer, but if you really want to get the good ones, you pay the premium price. And in that case, the premium price for Prezi is either the Enjoy or the Pro license type. So let's go through them individually. So the first type of license, and the good thing about this one is that it's free. And when it's free, I mean it is free. There is no surprises, as Prezi mentioned themselves. So that is called the public license. And the thing about the public license is that, and this might be considered a drawback depending on what you're trying to do, all of your presentations are public. But the really good thing about this, and the really good thing, and I really mean it's really good, is that the core features, so all of the main things that you need in order to edit and to share and to create a Prezi, are available. They're easily available at your fingertips. And when it comes to storage, you have got 100 megabytes of storage space. So what Prezi will say is that this is enough for a few Prezis. In my experience, it's more than a few. But it really depends on the amount of video you've got in your Prezi, the amount of audio, high resolution images, the actual size, documents if you've got them embedded, that will impact the size. But in my experience, you've got quite a bit of storage space. The next option is the Enjoy model, and the Enjoy model works out at $4.92 a month, and this comes to approximately $59 if it's billed annually. And one of the selling points with the Enjoy version is that you have got private presentations, and you can choose who to share the presentation with. So that's really, for me, that is the key point for the Enjoy version. Another selling feature might be you can use your own logo if you've got one, so you don't have to have the Prezi logo on your presentation if you're presenting. You've got premium support, so Prezi promised that they will get back to you in less than 1 day. And then another useful thing is that you have got 500 megabytes of storage space. Lots of Prezis. Trust me, it is a lot. And the final license type is Pro. And this is the license type that I pay for myself. And I think it's unbelievably good value. So $13.25 a month, which is exactly, or almost exactly, if you multiply 13.25 by 12, it's $159 annually. So the key thing with this is, and this is really amongst the many good selling points, is that you have got Prezi Desktop. So if you download Prezi Desktop, which you get for free with the Pro version of Prezi, what you can do is you can edit the presentations offline. So that means if you do not have an internet connection at the time, you can work offline, you can create the presentation, you can edit the presentation, you can present your presentation. Just like the Enjoy version, you've got a private presentation, you can use your logo, they give you premium support. And another key selling point is the 2 gigabyte. So in this case, you've got 2 gigabytes of storage space, which is lots of Prezis. Another couple of license types to be familiar with, and again, it'll depend on where and what you do, but if you're a student, if you're a teacher, if you are part of an educational organization, what you can do is you can sign up for an educational license. What Prezi state at the moment on the top of their site is that Prezi educational licenses can be registered with educational email addresses only that match the school's domain. So what that means is essentially if your email address corresponds to that of an educational institution, you should be able to sign up for an educational license, no problem. And the really good thing about it is the Enjoy version, which was previously $4.92 a month. If you're a standard user, it's free. So you get all the great features of Prezi, such as private presentations, using your own logo, 500 megabytes of storage space, completely free. And then another really good thing is if you are an educational user, the Pro version of Prezi, which is called Pro EDU, works out at $4.92 a month. So that's a big saving as well. So the other version I think was closer to $15 a month for a standard user, and you've got all of the same features, so it's a really great option. So another type of license which might be useful for a business, and if I scroll down here I can see multiple licenses. If you're a business, let's say you've got 20 people who want to sign up to Prezi within your company, what you can do is you can buy a multiple number of licenses from Prezi. So for example, if I want to purchase 20 license types and I want to make it Pro, I can basically submit an order to Prezi, to their sales team. They will get back to me and you can sign up and you can get that. I previously mentioned that I would show you or speak a little bit about Prezi Desktop. So I've previously downloaded Prezi Desktop, but I just want to give you an idea as to what it does look like. So I've got it downloaded already, so I'm going to fire up the list of programs on my computer, and I'm going to open up Prezi Desktop. And I've already signed in. So when I open up Prezi Desktop, what I am going to see is that I can start off just as I would when I'm creating a Prezi with the online editor, which we will come to later on, and I can create my Prezi. But the good thing about it is I can do it all within this Prezi Desktop application, which really is a fantastic option. It really is. Okay, so what we did in that lecture was we looked at the key differences between the different license types. We spoke about the freemium versus the premium model. We looked at choose plan. So as I mentioned, we've got a number of different plans. We've got the public, we've got the Enjoy, we've got Pro. We looked at the educational licensing and eligibility. We looked at Prezi Desktop. I spoke a little bit about Prezi Online Editor. And finally, to make all of that, to give it some context, what we will do is we'll log into Prezi. So if you want to log into Prezi, you simply go to the top right here. I click on Login. And if I have created an account previously, which I currently have, I can type in my email address here and my password. And I simply click Login. Or if I don't have an account, or if I wish to sign in with Facebook, I can simply click on the Login with Facebook option here if I want. So when I log in to Prezi, if I click my Login option here, what I see then are a list of all the Prezis that I currently have, and at the moment you can see I've got 5 different Prezis here. If I didn't already download Prezi Desktop, I can simply do that with my download option here on the far left. So that is our lecture finished. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen.